Hello YouTube, it's Yuri here from Team Endgame, bringing you a deck breakdown of my Messiah build. I took it to a local shop tournament recently, and by recently I mean like a day or two ago, when X and O in Swiss. And yeah, I just want to bring you through it, run out, try and go over some good and bad points, and then go over the shop tournament so you sort of have a rough idea what I went against. So it wasn't just like I curb stomped some like really old bug stuff. It was up to date recent sets. So I'm gonna start off with my starter, the good old Neon Messiah. From the first trial deck, Messiah was out. It's still, in my opinion, the best one. Because you lock it, you unlock it, you get grade 3. It's going to help towards future with ultimate stride and all that. And it just goes in the soul, fuels the soul. Again, that can help towards fuel your combos. I did notice a lot of people do like start retiring it, and again, you kind of don't really mind because you're getting rid of it anyway. It's just if you can get rid of it on your terms, it's better that way. I'm going to try and keep this somewhat visible. Alright, next I run 4 of the special heals. Light that lights up Demise Carina. Just it can unflip, but you know, we run 4 heals in general. Probably will be replaced by the generic heal that everyone gets, but for now it's the best heal you got, and at least it does something. Can unflip. Did actually unflip as well during the tournament, which was quite nice. I run 4 Star-Vader Null Chameleon, purely on the basis of the other Star-Vader crit, which has the effect, is in the Chaos deck. Otherwise, I would run that. There were times where I feel I regretted not doing it, but so it's that. But this crit is interchangeable with the other one, but it's just because it's sleeved. Then there are 4 Blink Messiahs, because in a Messiah deck, I feel you need to run them. Not really much to say about it. Cycle through your cards, and I run 4 of the beloved child of Superstring theory, as a draw trigger, because even though the deck can draw a lot, I still feel you need the extra draw triggers. Was very useful as well on the day. Then my grade 1 lineup's a bit all over the place for now. And I'm going to go through it, and then I'm going to go through what I want to change in it. So don't blast me about my deck choices at the moment. This probably will change. I ran 1 doggy thing, Globule Dober, whatever it is. Never saw it, never got it off. Basically had to ride it all the time. But in testing, I still quite like it, as it is an unflip, and I can burn through Counterblast, and it does draw me a card. It can cycle as well. So I actually quite like it as a tech. Then I run 2 Dunamis Messiah. Really, really good card. I will probably up it and probably cut the dog for a 3rd one. Probably try and find space for a 4th, but very good card. Helps get your combos off, so you can multi-attack quite a lot. It's a good card. I'll try and keep it on the map, but I doubt I'll be able to. I run 4 Sacrifice Messiah, just because the 3k, it's not once per turn, so it can stack. You can unlock and lock multiple times. It unflips, refunds your resources, and you choose when you want to lock it. So you can, if you've got 2 out, you can lock them at different times. I think it's a very good card. It also can combo with the other Messiah grade 1. I don't see when I would ever not run this card in a Messiah deck, but who knows. My PG lineup I need to change, but we'll go into that in time. I run 3 of the Flowers and Vacuum one, which is the Unflipper. I did unflip 2 or 3 times in the day, and I run only one Prayer Child of Steady State Cosmo, which is the Bind Lock 2 one. I will probably want to up the Bind and Lock one. Probably maybe take out all the flowers. That will be down more testing. I didn't find I needed to unflip all the time. Whereas there were more times where I should have gone in and used this effect. But then there were a few times where I didn't need to use the PG's effect. I can lock it enough as it is. And I run 3 Stride Assist, and it can search out the Messiah you want, because the worst thing you can do in this matchup, I found now, is you ride the wrong Messiah, because there's a right and a wrong one, and the new one's the right one. The old one's just a Messiah, so you still kind of want it. I run... Now, the grade 2 lamp again is probably going to change, but I found it can be very useful, and it's quite... You can get some silly numbers. But with Kagro being more prevalent, this is where it's probably going to change. It's the Metallia Messiah, grade 2. Can't be locked, but every time something is locked or unlocked, it gains 3k. That, surprisingly, you get some ridiculous numbers in that. You can just about see it. Okay. So it's something to be aware of. You can get some crazy combos off with it. I run 4 Arresta Messiah, which is the original one from back in the day. On place, gain 2k. Once it's attacked, lock itself in something back row. Gets your combos off, gets lock cards. I know it's on place, and it's probably the weakest one at the moment, but until the next set comes out, it's the best you've got. I still really like it as well as a card, because it locks any back row, so I can target my opponents. And when I was against Aquaforce, the amount of times they had like their grade 3s or their switches in the back row, I can target that. And they also have cards which can make things in the back row attack, so it's nice to have that a bit locked down, so they can't just go, call this in the back row, it can attack, I get like an extra attack off, which is why I still like it in this meta, because Aquaforce is still up there. Then there's kind of your like best card, bar Strides and grade 3s, is Lady Fencer of Matter Transmission. She is a godsend. She basically allows you to combo off with Dunamis Messiah and just get multiple attacks off. Yes, if they like Kagero or Gear Chronicle, they can retire her or flip her, but she's still, if they don't have the G guard, she just pressure, numbers, attack, swings. I know it's little ones, but you can combo her if you've got like Sacrifice Messiah and Dunamis, and you can give her the 7k, so she still hits a number, so even if they do get a trigger, you're still there poking. So I really like her as a card. I run 8 grade 3s. Now this might come down if I want to try and make space for things. And I run 4 of the original Messiah, Alter Ego. And then I run 4 of the new Alter Ego Neon Messiah as my main deck. Basically, you always want a Messiah Vanguard, and especially with all your strides, you need Messiah Vanguards. So you max out Messiahs. Now, Alter Ego, now both of them don't have a rearguard effect, so you kind of just go, well, what's the point? And both you can sort of vary your game plan around, but ideally you want to go on to Neo, which is the new one. On Stride, choose a card from your hand, call it, then choose a card on either player's field and lock them. And then GB2, at the end of the turn, if something was unlocked due to a skill, if the lock card was unlocked during your turn due to the effect of one of your cards, or the effect of your cards, then you get to draw 2 at Soul Blast 1. Most of the time, I'm basically ending my turn with either 2 lock cards or my whole field's unlocked. So I wouldn't be able to utilize properly Alter Ego Messiah, and I get to do it on my turn, as opposed to normally when I've got Alter Ego Messiah, I'm waiting for my opponent's turn to start properly getting the unlocks off. And the Counterblast 1 on Stride to lock something means there has to be something out there, whereas the free lock, when you stride into a Messiah card, means and the G zone is just Messiah, so there's no worry about not hitting it, which is a nice thing. Which means that even if you don't have something on the field, you can put something on the field and then just lock their stuff. So you could just call out your Metallia Messiah and lock their stuff, and then you get the 3k still. So it helps all the combos and setup. That's the main deck. Okay, so Stride deck, G-Zone wise, again, this is probably going to change, especially after some of my later games, so against Kagro and that, they didn't really have a field and I didn't have a field. I was sort of running out, but I run 3 Genesis Dragon Flageolet Messiah, which is the Permalocker. I'll save you for later. I only run 2 of the Genesis Dragon Basaltis Messiah. Basaltis Messiah thing. This is the card I'm probably looking to up. It's very good, and late game when you don't really have anything, you need to lock your opponent's field. Again, it comes in handy there. I run 1 Excelics Messiah, which I used surprisingly often during the day. Because if I just needed a GB2, for whatever reason, I could just go into Flageolet, flip anything, or late second Flageolet, just flip the Amnesty, make this active, threaten with a crit, retire their stuff if I need to, go along those lines. Then I run the 2 Amnesty Messiahs. It's just a generically good card. Like first stride, if you can get 3, press them with a crit. There's nothing wrong with that. And it gets some power, so I don't have to PG. You have 2 different G units that generically flip, so you can just flip it and then that opens up Excelics Messiah later. It is probably one of the things that I could easily cut out for more Ballista, but it's the fact that it does have the crit made me still want to have it. Plus I actually only have 2 of these. 2 new ones, so that's why I don't run more. I still run 2 Trans-Els Messiah dudes. I did use it against Aquaforce. They had a full field, I had nothing, and so I flipped the board. Incredibly useful still. It gets around resist, which is why I still like it, because it's just you flip the board, it doesn't target. So I still think I want to keep it in, and yes, it is just a once turn flip, but if you can slow down Aquaforce by 1 turn, you'll be surprised how much A, hand you save, and B, how little sometimes they don't really know how to react, especially if their G-zone's a bit off. And then I run 2 Genesis Dragon Harmonic Neo Messiah, which is the new dude. Very, very good card. Your columns become crazy. You can get 5 locks quite easily, even using your own stuff, let alone if you've got the PG in the drop zone. It combos off well with your grade 2 and grade 1 combo, which can just swing a lot of times, and they unlock and they'll swing again. It does unlock their stuff, which can be mildly annoying, but at the same time it doesn't actually affect you too much. It's usually a turn where you win when you go into it. If not, you got 2 just in case, because then if you can go into it again, you should definitely win. It's such a big number, and they cannot PG it. So a lot of times my opponent was just like, well, I've got to take it, and that was the pressure. Which is again where it comes into the crits should change, because then if I can put crits back in the deck, lock their back row, free locks are free. Well, okay, I wouldn't lock their back row, but crits go back in the deck, which makes them not the no guard section threaten more because I put crits back in the deck. So that's that. And of course, you're going to have one SGR because SGRs are awesome. The G guards probably need to be changed a bit. I'm probably thinking if there's a way I can squeeze another one in, but I run one Light That Seals to Tear Lady Healer, never went into it, didn't actually need to. It was pretty much the flip fodder for Darkness that lights up Demise, Lacus, Carina, the Fighters Collection one. This helped me shut down Great Nature that I went against, and it also helps me shut down Aquaforce because I went into it on their first attack, shut down the back row. They didn't get the 4, they didn't get all wave stuff, they didn't get fancy combos. Very useful card, analog show and stuff, which again you don't mind about. So that's that. I run one Destiny Guardian, sorry, which unlocks 2. Useful card, helped me against deleters, surprisingly enough. And one Demon Maxwell. Again, it's just a useful card, and you can lock your grade 1, which gives power and unflips, so you get a free luck there. Probably going to look to change this, but I just wanted to do a quick, this is the deck breakdown of it all, and so I'll let you know, it works in the tournament. It isn't like, I built this deck, I played myself and I won. I went to a tournament, I went X and O in Swiss, and then due to time constraints I had to leave so I could properly finish top. But yeah, I think it's quite impressive going XO against Swiss. I went against Aquas, Deleters, Nova Grappler, Great Nature and Kagero, and it was the new Kagero, so it's new Overlord stuff. So yeah, it proves that the deck still can do stuff. It's still up there. I do prefer Chaos, but I thought it'd give you somewhere to start, I guess, if you guys looking to build a deck of this, Messiah. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll try and put the deck list in the comments, in the description, so you don't have to go through the video. As I said, bear in mind that this is like a first build properly, so there are things I even mentioned in the video I want to change. So yeah, but as always, like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and I'll see you, I guess, soon. Toodles.